Think of how much money we could save on rent if we just all rented one apartment together. It'd be like a really yandere Threes company. Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Mug and Play. I am Nick, we're playing more Killer Love, and I don't know what my hair is doing today. Just this thing. What is this? I don't know. Dear Diary, I found him. It was beautiful. It was like fate. It was fate. As soon as I came to this city, I caught his scent in the air. A little, but mostly I smelled homeless people and gasoline. Why did you go all the way out here, Jack? You love nature, the smell of pines, where we grew up. I was ready to spend weeks looking for you, Jack. Or months, years if I had to. I even got a job at the hospital here. They're understaffed, so it was easy. But there you were, in the first store I went to. I didn't even go in to look for you. Fate, fate, fate. Now she's writing things in her journal. Fate, 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 fate. But you were a little strange. Surely you recognize me. I haven't changed that much, have I? I mean, it's been a while, and I have tried to make myself pretty for you in every way I can think of, but you knew it was me, right? I knew it was you. You haven't forgotten me. Were you pretending? Playing a game? Yes, that must be it. Well, I'd love to wait and see what you're doing, dear, but I've been a patient girl for far too long. Oh. I'm pretty sure this is from Anna's perspective. Dear Diary, Friday. Jack Friday. I knew he changed his name to that, but it's just so funny, isn't it? We'll have to change it back, Jack, for when we're married. I want the real one to follow my first name. Okay. Jack Friday. Made me giggle when I saw it in your employee records, darling. I just had a peek, nothing more, just to see where you live. I wanted to follow you home at first, but then I thought, hey, wouldn't it be insanely romantic if the next time I saw you we lived right next to each other? I know you're playing your little game of you don't know me anymore, but that's not too much, is it? Being neighbors? You won't be angry, right? Okay, see, so he was right to be paranoid. Because she did do it on purpose. It wasn't like, oh, I just happen to be your neighbor. I knew it. Even if it makes you angry, I have to at least do this, right? I can't wait anymore. I'm tired of being by myself. I've waited this long already. I've prepared for you so much. Maybe you won't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please? P.S. One other thing, darling. That street where you live, isn't it in a terrible part of town? Run down and cheap and even dangerous? I haven't been here for long, but I think that's right. Is that part of your game, too? And working in a store? That must be it as well. Someone like you should never work there. Instead, you should be a... Gosh, I can't even imagine what. And isn't that perfect? I don't want you working anywhere. I want you all for me. Okay. I think Jack Friday might not be the only one in this game who's off his rocker. Could it be everybody? Dear Diary, the street is worse than I thought. God, the smell. Do you really know what you're doing, Jack? No, I shouldn't doubt you. I know. The rent is cheap, at least. Very cheap. But more important than that or anything else, there was a vacancy right next door to your apartment. I can't wait to move in. We'll be neighbors. I'll see so much of you it'll make me drunk. And it's a good thing I only have to walk to work every day because I wouldn't be able to drive a car because, you know, drunk. Dear Diary, what a beautiful dump. I said this to the landlord when I brought my things here. I also said it this morning when I finished my coffee. What a beautiful... No. I will not give you that low-hanging fruit of a poop joke. You deserve only the best poop jokes. He thought I was complaining. He said I should have checked out the apartment before I rented it. He's an idiot. There could be a swarm of rats or roaches living in the apartment, or crack addicts for that matter, and I wouldn't give a darn. Hey, watch your language. But still, I can't keep it dirty forever. I have to practice my homemaking skills. Time to make this dump a home. Dear Diary, just back from my quick jog. Gotta stay in shape, and the brownies are just about done. I know. I should have kept an eye on them, but I've been doing this for long enough, you know? The brownies are perfect. Not burnt, not raw, just right. I hope he likes them. I mean, they seem pretty good, because I'm a sucker for brownies, so I think they're great. Jack, I don't know if I can go on. Who is this girl? I'm the one for you, the only one for you, and yet you... I know this is part of your plan, but you didn't have to do it this way. Why are you being so cruel? I have work now. I don't care. I'll go sleep. Dear Diary, I cried all the bad feelings out. Things don't seem nearly as bad now. Jack is testing me, so I have to show him that I have what it takes. There's nothing at all. I can do this. Okay. I appreciate your optimism. Yes. Dear Diary, I met her today. Grace. I hope she doesn't get in the way. She's a sweet girl. but she's clumsy. She dropped a plate, my plate too, of cookies, and there were cookies and broken pieces of porcelain everywhere. I'm pretty clumsy too, I guess. I cut myself on a shard when I tried to pick it up. Jack came in just as I got cut. He must have sensed I was hurt. There was a lot of blood for a wound so small. Are the walls getting red? The blood reminded me of that time. It always does. I showed it to Jack. He looked like he was going to vomit. Great acting, Jack. I love you. Oh, there's more to this story, isn't there? Dear Diary, I've gotten better at playing along with Jack's little game. I see him a lot more now, everywhere I go. Nearly half those times, I'm not even trying to make our paths cross. Fate. I'm also seeing Grace a lot more. She's always asking me to go somewhere with her or to chat. She's always coming over to my apartment without Jack. She's become a real bother, honestly, but I act nice. That girl tells me things about Jack, after all. Though, of course, she doesn't know anything about him that I don't. That's because she doesn't really know Jack. Just like the other game, You Don't Know Jack. And they play that together, and they laugh at the irony. They have themselves an awkward time. But now I know what he's pretending to be like. He told Grace that he had amnesia. It's a little unoriginal, Jack, don't you think? That's okay, though. She believes you. That dumb little biscuit. That's the word. Sorry for the language. Dear Diary, I'm troubled. I'm starting to think that Jack is not pretending. What if he really has forgotten all about me? No, I can't have that. I need a sign, Jack. Just one little sign. Hit me, baby. One more time. So that I know you remember. One sign. Anything is fine. Dear Diary, Jack doesn't remember me. Pretty sure of it now. He doesn't remember anything. Darn. But that's a good thing. He hasn't been acting cold on purpose. I'll give his memory a little jog, and that'll be that. Good as new. But this also means that he's serious about that Grace girl. We can't have that. No, no. I'm starting to see her true colors. She's a filthy seductress, all right. I don't know about that. I don't think she's a filthy seductress. I just think she's a nice gal that's apparently caught in the middle of two people that are, to put it nicely, batshit insane. She's also an idiot. She invited me for dinner tomorrow at her apartment. Their apartment. Her and Jack's apartment. The apartment they're sharing together. Without me. Think of how much money we could save on rent if we just all rented one apartment together. It'd be like a really yandere Threes Company. I'd watch that. Wouldn't you? August 16th. Terrible day, really awkward. Anna was hovering around me all day. I swear she was here for more than 2 shifts. I don't know why that's all looking weird. How the bell does that work? How the bell does that work? I couldn't write at all. She's only gone now and it's after midnight. I guess that should make this as the 17th then, not the 16th. Oh, who cares? I think someone's doing a drunk diary entry. Now I have to write in the dark, but that's fine. I don't see it being a problem. So not long after, did I write about how Anna came to see me at the store that one time? Yeah, I did. Not long after that, Grace invited Anna over for dinner. Oh, so now it's switching back to Jack's perspective. She could have told me before asking Anna. Not that I would have said no. I didn't have an excuse to say no. I'm just going to try and read this as best I can. But I mean, she only told me about dinner a few hours before it. Yes, I was preparing for a really relaxing evening, and all of a sudden Grace says we should start making dinner, and oh no, I forgot to tell you, Jack. Shouldn't be so bitter and childish. People forget. It happens. She didn't mean anything bad by it. Still rubbed me the wrong way, though. Anna was going to invade my home and be there for hours, and I'm pretty sure I had every right to be angry about that. No, I'm sure. I should have sent her packing the first time I saw her, and that's when she moved in next to us, a million times after that. Should have sent her packing as soon as she moved in, when everything was already packed. Be like, hey, so is your shit packed? Good, keep it that way, and be elsewhere. I should have. The fault is mine. So yeah, dinner. What about dinner? What's for dinner? The food tastes amazing, Jack. Thanks, I barely made anything. Oh, chapter 4? Goodbye? That's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice. Yes, the rice. It ended up mushy. I think it's delicious. Thank you. It's a deconstructed, on a molecular level, risotto. It's just risotto mush. Anna ate it like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped into my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. But the chicken is much better. And it's incredible how you can make anything decent in the oven we have, Grace. Oh, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing. The oven is very self-conscious about its abilities. I bet you've never seen a greasier oven, Anna. I swear to God. I tried to clean it, but nothing works. I don't know what the previous owners did to make it that dirty. And that's not even the biggest problem, is it, you said? Yes. The light in the oven barely works. And don't get me started on the heating. It's so sketchy. Yeah, all of that. And you still managed to make something this good. What do you say, Anna? It's tasty. It reminds me of home. Have you tried remembering what home was like, Jack? I swallowed, choked, and coughed. Just home? Well, they say it's where the heart is. And you're not a home, so you must be heartless. Ho-ho! Ba-boom! What's with that all of a sudden? Anna smiled and went on eating. I was just wondering. No, I have not tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I'd have to. I'm fine without it. All right. It's a shame, though. Tough. Jack? Yeah? Someone's playing piano awkwardly in the hallway and I'm nervous about it. What is it, Grace? I'm with Anna on this one. You are? On what one? Yes. Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what goes on in my head? It's my head. I made it myself. I'm trying to think of what's best for you. That's right. You can't spend your life running away from the past. Face it now. Be a man. It's not healthy to lock so much of yourself away. It can't be. You have to agree, Jack. I didn't reply. I was eviscerating a chicken drumstick, just destroying it. Anna, I didn't tell you this, but at night, at least once a week, Jack... That's enough! Ooh. Pounding his hands on the table. Banged my fist on the table, then was immediately ashamed that I lost my temper. But I couldn't back down. This has got to do with me and me only. Stay the hell out of it, both of you. Do you understand? Why are you so... That's no good. I've never gotten this angry before. Oh my goodness, I needed to be alone. I need to find that piano player and tell him, like, hey, practice your scales elsewhere. I walked off to another room, but that didn't help. It was a studio apartment, so it was kind of the other corner of the same room. I could still hear their murmurs and their whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Huh? Are you going out, Jack? I nodded. Have fun. Wait, don't go. I'm sorry I keep insisting so much. You know I'm trying to help, right? Yeah. Then please don't be mad. I couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me. Can you do just one thing for me, just so I know I did all I could? Do what? Can you say you're fine with... No, please say that you don't want to remember. Can you do that for me? Of course. I hesitated longer than I thought I would. Suddenly it struck me I was being childish as hell, but in the end my anger and stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. That's final. There, you happy now? I wanted things to stay as they were. That's all I ever wanted, for nothing to change, because for once I was happy. Well, I'm sorry. Should be. That's like a dickish thing to say after someone says that they're sorry. It's like, you should be. It's like, I say that as a joke, to be, like, joke dickish. I walked out. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. Oh. Uh-oh. Where's she at? August 17th. Came back hours later, after a little drinking, a lot of pointless wandering. The apartment was empty. Her things were gone, but I only realized that after I read the letter. The letter was on the table, next to our half-finished dinner. There's a key next to the letter, too, her key to the apartment. I remembered the letter word for word, so why don't I write it down here? Wouldn't that be fun? Yes? Okay. Just write it down here, then. Jack, it said, I can't stay with you anymore. You're only going to make yourself more miserable, and I can't help you, and I can't watch you do this to yourself. I pray there's someone who can help you like I couldn't, and I hope you'll be happy. Goodbye. Grace didn't need to sign the message. I would have recognized those neat letters anywhere. I'd seen that same handwriting during our brief year together, or dozens, if not hundreds of little notes. Shift schedules, reminders to buy snacks or milk, things like that. There were in fact at least half a dozen of the yellow post-its she used still around the apartment. seeing them hurt. There are a lot of other things Grace hadn't taken with her, too. Socks, pants, a few undershirts, a scarf, one pair of shoes, a sweater she really liked, too. She would have worn the sweater while napping in the evening. It was all evidence of how much of a hurry she had been in to get away from me. Now I know better. Really? She up and bailed just like that? Oh no. Well, I hope that they can get things worked out. Morning, everyone. The patients all greet her. I do too. Well, well. No, I'm happy to see you finally stop being Mr. Grumpy. Now you're Mr. Not So Grump. Now you're both halves of the Game Grumps. Well, you know. Do you feel better? Does this leg still hurt? A little better, I guess. At peace. That's great. You'll be up on your feet in no time, I'm sure. Free to come back home. I laugh like hell, like ha 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 ha. Anna probably doesn't see what's so funny. She smiles vacantly. I guess she does love me in her own way. It doesn't matter, though. Remembering the pain she caused me has given me conviction. My heart is set on killing her. Oh, right, we were talking about that a few episodes back. Have you thought about not doing that? Still, are you married to the killing idea? I don't know. August 18th. My health is vastly improving. Doctor's words, those. Okay, it's a weird way to construct that sentence. And I feel it. I don't wake up at night so much anymore, choking on pain. Now I choke on ice cream because I have a midnight snack every now and then, and I don't get so angry anymore that I have to chew my own fingers so I don't end up shouting. I really am at peace. I know what to do, and I know I have to do it. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm a train going down a set of tracks at a few hundred miles per hour. No turns, no brakes. Whatever happens, will happen. It's strangely calming. For now, I'll keep on writing. I know a good point to stop. I know a good point to stop, too. And I think it's right here, because they just mentioned the stopping point, and I'm like, you know, it's that point in the episode where it should probably be the stopping point, but thank you so much for hanging out with me while we are getting more and more backstory on this story. I am intrigued. I want to know what happens in this story. And if you want to know what happens, you just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the updates. But thank you so much. I love you all. I will see you next time for more Killer Love. All right, bye-bye, everybody.